Hello friends, I'm Lisa. Someone asked if Chinese people discriminate against Westerners. According to Western standards, the answer is yes. But Chinese people don't know it is discrimination. Before I met my husband, I didn't know that we talk for granted is actually discrimination. In China, if you are a Westerner, you may hear the words 老外, which means foreigner. But no one in China thinks it is discrimination. If you eat in a restaurant, you may hear the waiter say this dish is for that 老外. If you are dark-skinned, you may hear the words 黑人, which means black people. But Chinese people don't know it is discrimination. We just think it is just dark skin. From the generation to the present, Chinese people have always called foreigners this way. Only Chinese students who study abroad or immigrants like me know that this is discrimination. In China, the word that is pronunciation 那个, which is pronunciation the same as the N word. It is a word that is used a lot in Chinese language. Some people hear Chinese people say this word and getting angry because they think they are saying the N word to them. Actually, we don't even know the N word. A long time ago, there were very few foreigners in China. At that time, Chinese people would be afraid of those with blue eyes and yellow hair. So Chinese people called them foreign devils. In Chinese, this is 洋鬼子. Yang means foreigner and 鬼子 means ghost. But this is all passed down by the old generation. Few people see it now. But you know that China is very big. And there's still many places with few foreigners. Maybe many people still say 洋鬼子. But those who say this name have no ill intentions. It's just that everyone called foreigners this way. And no one knows that this is discrimination. Chinese people generally believe that Westerners are polite, well-educated, and willing to help them. Chinese people generally very friendly to foreigners. When I was working in China, an American woman was shopping with a newborn baby. The baby looked like it had just been born because Americans go out as soon as they give birth, which is different from China. Chinese women have to rest at home for a month after give birth and connect taking the baby out. The staff came around to look at the baby and thought it was very beautiful. They wanted to touch the baby and talk with it. But the American mother was very angry. She didn't like others touching her child and was very angry. She said in Chinese that my child is not a monkey. But the Chinese really didn't understand why she was angry. Chinese people like foreign children or mixed-race children very much. And usually think they are very beautiful and sweet and have no ill intentions. Chinese people don't have the culture of keeping distance, so this is still a culture difference. Chinese people often discriminate against other Chinese people. People in big city look down on people in small city, and the people in cities look down on people in rural areas. This is discrimination in the workplace, such as hiring unmarried people, or only hiring people in their 20s, or not hiring people with children. Women who don't get married after the age of 30 are called leftover women. In many places in China, if someone is over 30 and not married, people will look at her stranger or talk about her. But in cities like Shanghai and Beijing, this is not the case. And Chinese men are also very unfriendly to women who married foreigners, seeing that we worship foreigners and that we are motive women. I experienced this myself when my husband and I were living in China. Chinese men regard Chinese women as their own private property. Always think that foreigners have taken away their women and never reflect on their own problems. They don't know how to respect their wives. Most Chinese men really thank their wives for cooking and doing housework. This is a habit formed by the culture, and they themselves are not aware of it. Moreover, many men are unaware of it. They always think that wash clothes, cooking, doing housework, and taking care of children are women's work. These men don't know why women are dissatisfied with them. They only complain about a woman's materialism. That's why when my husband says thank you for I cook food for him, I surprised. So that's why. But Chinese men who marry foreign women are treated like heroes. This is a double standard. It is so funny. When I was in China, I didn't know that this was discrimination. I only found out after I came to the UK. In the first few years, I still don't know. So it seems to be a culture difference. So what do you think about, or do you have any experience of this? Write a comment to me, and see you next time. Bye.